This thing, for example, is a good optimization. This thing is unnecessary. My biggest rule in the home gym is whenever you get a piece of equipment, it has to fulfill multiple purposes. That's very important because we have limited amount of floor space. Let's go around the home gym and let's see what I did right and where I went overboard. And hopefully you can learn from that. In a commercial gym, you can have very specific equipment that do very specific things because there are a lot of people that have to use things constantly. In the home gym, you want the exact opposite. You want one piece to do a lot of things. So the first thing that I wanted to show is the Pronator or the Popeyes Grip Supinator, whatever it's called. I was very intrigued when I saw that product online and I thought, yeah, I need something like that. So here we have the Pronator. Very simple thing. It's just like a handle with a ring, and then by just turning like this, you can train your forearms, your supinators, right? A very cool DIY project that fulfills just one purpose. Now, it turns out what also fulfills that purpose is a very cheap jiu-jitsu belt with some weights. So this thing in its simplicity is super easy. You just hold it on the right spot and boom, you can do pronators and supinators even more comfortably. Because this is wood, and if you just don't make it absolutely right like I did, it's too small for my big knuckles, yeah, it's gonna hurt, and this is not very comfortable to use. This thing is cloth, and this is a very gentle on the knuckles and feels very good to use. So this is an upgrade from that thing here. Can you imagine how we overcomplicated things? Now the overcomplication definitely comes from people wanting to make money, which is not a bad thing at all because there are a lot of good products that come from that. But sometimes I feel like companies invent products that weren't really necessary, like the Popeye Pronator or Supinator. For me, that's really not necessary, and that's why I think just getting a jiu-jitsu belt is much better. And I made the mistake myself. I thought DIYing it was the better option. It is cheaper though, but it's not the end-all be-all. So keep it simple, guys. Another example of this is TRX handles. Now, in the past, we made them ourselves. I also got some from FitBeast, but let's be honest, guys, besides this strap here where you can comfortably put your ankles through, these are just like rings, aren't they? Like, what's the difference between two straps and handles and a set of gymnastic rings? Boom! So we pay a premium price for TRX handles or FitBeast handles, while you could just have wooden rings, which definitely are tested through time and are still a staple for everyone to have in their home gym. So yeah, get a set of rings instead of TRX handles. That's really the idea here. So now that we're here in this corner, there's also another thing that is maybe over-engineered or over-complicated, and that's this thing here. Now, I love myself a challenge, and I love just building this, and I love to also share that with you, and you probably already know that. But this is a forearm roller. So basically with one hand and this high, this is very difficult to show, but it has a bunch of wheels and I can push my forearms through there and I can massage my forearms. Very cool build, but this only serves one purpose. So it doesn't really fit the vibe or the theme that we're going for today. And that's also why it's stored here behind the stereo, because I don't use it. And there's a lot easier solution for that. Just turn around and you'll see. A great alternative is this body lever here. It's basically two handles connected with a piece of cord, and you can do the same thing. You just can dig into those forearms very well, and you have a lot more control on where to push. And not only that, you can use that for your neck, so you can have this as a neck massager, or you can use it for your calves or whatever. But this has a lot more purposes, and it's a lot easier to store because you can just hang it up. And then last thing I want to share with you that I made way too complicated is these pallets. So I wanted to do some rice bucket training, and I got a hold of these pallets here, plastic beads, and I thought, yeah, this is a lot cleaner. It's plastic, it won't like smell bad or do anything. So I used that to train my forearms. But turns out, if you just use rice, like I have here, boom, it is a lot better to use because it gives more resistance. Dry rice doesn't really become rancid either after a lot of time. So yeah, I overcomplicated this by using pellets and thought that this would be a lot cleaner, but this still smells because you get your hands in there and grease from your hands get through it. So this is a natural product, and I think this is as good, if not better, because the resistance is a lot better. So yeah, overcomplication, guys, that's really where we need to get rid of. And I'm not saying we need to go too minimalistic, but just getting your gym, your home gym clean, not thinking that you need the next product or thinking about how can I get more out of my already existing equipment is an even better way to go. So yeah, those are my 2 cents on how to simplify the home gym and how to get most out of your limited square footage or square meters. And I think we're doing a good job. Here and there, we're chipping off the complexity and starting to just simplify things. And I think that is so valuable. Let me know in the comments down below how you are simplifying your home gym. And I guess I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace!